Hi, Church. Pastor Jeff here with another Trinity check-in. Just a quick video today. So last Sunday, we had the church conference about the next step in the building project. Been talking about that quite a bit for the past few weeks, and if you watch these videos, I'm sure you're already aware. But as a reminder, what we found, to put it very briefly, was that the cost of building is so high in Lincoln that we need to save up for a while before we're ready to take the next vote on building itself. And so church council's recommendation to the church as a whole was to do exactly that, to delay the building vote, but to go ahead and start fundraising, kind of a stepping out in faith, that knowing that this is the next best step for our church and that we will get there, but we need to save up first. So we had the church conference. We had a lot of people there. I believe the count was 95, which is the most I think I have ever seen at a church conference. And we had all sorts of great discussion. The questions that were asked were excellent. Most of them were questions that I think I had anticipated to some extent, but there were some very good ideas and thoughts that were put out there too. A lot of the questions were about things that will be decided down the road when we do get to the actual votes on the shape of the building itself. However, it is nice to hear them and to have those in mind as we continue in the steps. By the end, we took our vote, and it was overwhelmingly yes. And in fact, the one thing that, in the moment I was surprised was just how loud the yes vote was. There was some volume to it standing up front. And that kind of caught me off guard. Now, looking back, we literally have survey data showing just how enthusiastic all of you are about our church and about doing this as the next step. So maybe I shouldn't be so surprised by the volume, but what I am is my heart is warmed, in part because it's one thing to have a sense that God is doing something, but it's another thing to see it, to hear it in so many people all at once, and it is a blessing in many ways. So thank you to all of you who've been part of it so far. Now, of course, what happens now is the real work begins. I've already gotten the email from Horizons, the people working with us on the fundraising effort, on how we begin to set up what we need for that, and we're going to be going about that in the office, and I'm sure a lot of you will be hearing more about that in the next few days as well. But for now, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, and I hope you step back and take a moment and appreciate what God is doing here, because it's pretty amazing. All right. We're continuing the basic sermon series. A lot of you have said you really are enjoying this series and that it's been meaningful for you. If you haven't, if you've missed the first two were on one on grace and one on prayer, the basics of the Christian faith and the United Methodist kind of emphasis on it. If you want to pick those up and haven't seen them already, you can find them on our YouTube channel, or you can go to our website and find that nice and easily. Otherwise, come this Sunday and we'll hear the one about experiences. Now, experiences may not be the first thing you think about as a core pillar of Christianity, but the truth is all of our faith is informed by the experiences that God gives to us. And I think it's worth considering, and worth considering it, especially since John Wesley, our denomination's founder, put so much weight on that himself. Well, anyway, I'm getting into the sermon. We'll talk more about that on Sunday. In the meantime, I hope you have a good evening and a good rest of the week. I'll see you soon, church.